Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get straight to what matters. Today, we're jumping into the interactive entertainment world, 2025. Wow, what a year of shifts.
Yeah, some really big ones.
Definitely. We're looking at the huge Grand Theft Auto, the sixth delay, the SAG-AFTRA actors strike finally getting resolved,
Right.
and that really interesting 3D NES emulator hitting its full release.
And it's fascinating how these three things, seemingly separate, actually tell a bigger story.
Right, about where digital content is really going.
Exactly. They touch on, market trends, labor, tech innovation.
Yeah.
It's all interconnected. It really shapes how you'll experience things down the line.
Okay, so let's start with GTA VS, the big one. Officially delayed. No 2025.
Yeah. Nope. Pushed back to May 26, 2026.
And Rockstar's reason? They're seeking perfection, their words, for their biggest ever title.
Well, it is massive. That first trailer got, over 90 million views in a day?
Insane numbers. So, chasing perfection. Maybe it's risk mitigation?
Could be, but the market didn't love it immediately. Take-Two's stock dipped about 3%.
And they posted a pretty big net loss, right? $3.73 billion.
Yeah, and you even saw firms like Newzoo lowering their 2025 market growth forecasts because of it.
So it begs the question, is that quest for perfection worth the short-term pain, the fan frustration?
That's the million-dollar question. Analysts are still bullish long-term, though.
Right, they see it as a multi-year growth catalyst.
Talking about phased releases, PS5, Xbox first, then PC probably in 2027, and maybe GTA Online too.
Still, the fan reaction. Rockstar kept hinting at 2025.
Yeah.
Then this delay, after years of being so secretive.
It does make you wonder about that super secretive marketing approach. Is it sustainable when hype is that high?
Good point. It really forces a rethink, maybe.
Definitely. Okay, shifting gears a bit, but still about value.
Right.
Let's talk about the human side, the SAG-AFTRA strike.
Right, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. That started back in July 24.
The big sticking points were better AI protections actors, worried about their voices, their likenesses being replicated without consent, and wage increases.
And they reached a deal just this past June 9th.
Tentative agreement, yeah. Sounds pretty significant, too. They're talking historic wage increases, like over 24%.
Wow. And industry-leading AI provisions. What does that actually look like in practice?
Well, the key thing is around digital replicas. So AI using an actor's voice or likeness.
Okay.
Now, they need explicit consent and payment for each reuse. That's a big deal for actor control.
That is huge. But what about training AI on old performances?
Yeah, that trickier issue. They essentially punted it, left for future talks.
So progress, but not fully resolved on the AI front.
Exactly. But it's still a massive precedent. Protecting human artists against tech shows collective bargaining still has teeth.
Definitely speaks volumes about valuing human work. Okay, so from valuing human input to, valuing nostalgia in new ways. Let's talk 3D Sim.
Oh yeah, the 3D NES emulator. Full Steam release now. Trendertrick's project took like 10 years.
And it's not just playing old games, right? It actually changes them.
Totally. It takes classic 2D NES stuff, Super Mario, Zelda, you name it, and turns the visuals into these immersive 3D voxel scenes.
Like 3D pixels making a little world, like a diorama you can play in.
Exactly like that. Plus modern stuff. Real-time lighting, custom cameras, quick saves, rewinds.
You still need your own ROMs, though.
Right. And there's a 3D SendMaker tool so the community can build more 3D profiles for games.
And people are paying for it. It's not free. $8.99 or $14.99 for VR.
Which tells you something, doesn't it? There's a real market for high-quality, innovative retro experiences, even if, playing some of those games in 3D can be a bit tricky gameplay-wise.
People want new ways to experience old favorites.
Absolutely. So when you step back, these three things. The GTA delay, the SAG-AFTRA deal, this 3D Sim emulator.
They seem unrelated, but
they all point to this big industry reevaluation of value, right? What's the real price of AAA ambition? How do we value human creativity next to AI? How can nostalgia be genuinely innovative?
it feels like a push towards maybe more sustainable, ethical, quality-focused content.
I think so. It's definitely a more complex landscape now, full of challenges, but also, opportunities.
Yeah, the balancing act continues. Ambitious games versus clear communication, AI versus empowered workers, innovation for all sorts of different players.
It's a lot to navigate.
So thinking about all this,
Yeah.
what's the one thing that really stands out to you about how these shifts might shape the games and entertainment you'll be diving into next?